All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now in the losers bracket final, best of 5, ELSR versus RESIN. Let's take a look at this. This is Northern Waters. ELSR in green, bringing with them a Kleber, that's Quincy. Changed up, I think
changed his build.
Yeah, going with Dazzle now.
Yep.
And then behind him is Ayase in a Kleber, not specking in a... Wait. Ayase's now taking IFHE. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Minotaur behind them is Radar. That's Okura. And backed up by a Vermont, that's Apex Caesar, in a sniper scope with the unique, or the special DCP upgrade module in slot 1. I really like seeing that on American battleships.
Same.
Heading towards the sea cap is the Sky Cancer's Marceau. Full speed boosting to get there as quickly as possible. Of course, there's a Marceau on the enemy team, so that could be fun.
Ooh, that'll be entertaining.
We got Professor Luger in the Harugumo, that's 420 Blaze It All build. Inori Yozuri's Minotaur, that's a Manitar, yep. And then we have a Burgon, that's 8952's Burgon there. And then finally, a Moskva that hasn't really moved yet. And that
He's taking his time, I think, because of his detection radius.
Yeah. And that is a unique upgrade, and I like that because it gives them the flexibility of going one side or the other of this big island. What do we have to the south, Mr. Raptor?
All right, RESIN, let's start off here over on the right flank. We're going to see some early action. The RESIN right flank here on the east. That's Triarch's Marceau, Zumi, already here over to the cap, knowing that there's an ELSR ship in front of him, suspecting it has to be one of those French, well, it has to be one of the French destroyers. Eagle Lance's Harugumo moving up with a smoke here on the bottom end of the cap very aggressively as $1.99 for Guac pops his radar and his Minotaur, flexing his Manitar muscles here. RESIN ready to counter this early move over here at sea. They saw what happened to No Cap.
Yes.
They are not going to let it happen to them as they surrender A, but definitely don't surrender C.
Yep. Reminder for most of these games, Marseille and Des Moines banned.
Yep, backing them up here is Wolfman's Ohio in a pretty typical build there, running all the American plotting room shenanigans that we're used to seeing. A little bit of survivability. So those four ships marking the right flank. On the left flank, we have Big Boy's Wusta hidden in smoke from Fryce's Harugumo in the traditional smoke build that we've been seeing. Fryce down to half HP already. Not sure if he got lit on the surface or took a torpedo from one of the Klebers there. Behind them, Mad Dog's Vampire Deuce in the crawling smoke. Elgar's Moskva in that smoke. That's an interesting pair. We've not seen a team do something like this.
Yeah, that's kind of wonky.
It's going to be fun to watch. Fun to watch. Again, backing them up, the other Ohio on the team, that is Peyton in a nearly identical build to his mirror on the other side of the map. Both teams, Zath, both teams ignoring the Bravo cap this game.
So I'd like to highlight something very important. Go to the 10 line quickly. 9. Oh, Eagle Lance barely dodging torpedoes. So Luger used his reload booster in right away. Yes, more coming in.
He's not going to dodge these. They don't have the range.
But Luger used his reload booster immediately, and I love that with the Gumo. That's a great way to trap out people, especially in random and ranked battles in this game too. On the Japanese destroyer line, the gunboat one. Also, take a look at Big Boy's build again. He's got range module instead of the unique upgrade. I really like range Wusta. You know that.
I like range Wusta. I feel like maybe range Wusta in this position is suboptimal, but I think the fact that he has that module gives him options and flexibility for later in the game.
Agreed.
They catch sight of Quincy's Kleber way over on the 1 line. That's the Moskva radar sticking in the smoke from Mad Dog. Look at what they're doing. Zach, this is genius.
They're bringing him up to that safe island.
They're using the Vampire Deuce's crawling smoke to get this radar cruiser up to this island almost completely. Now, it's going to run out. He's about to wander into Okura's radar.
Yeah, he's already on radar, yeah.
Yeah, but still, well, the Vampire is it took the Moskva a little longer.
Other side of the map, and Professor Luger took a torpedo from Eagle Lance's Harugumo. And Mad Dog just got whacked. Again.
Wow.
And Elgar, too.
Elgar just took a face full of something.
Looked like torpedoes.
I think it was torpedoes, but he had his hydro up, Zaf.
Both of them did. Oops.
Maybe they felt like the torpedoes were the lesser of two evils. I don't know.
Well, you got Vermont shells coming in, so yeah, they probably felt like they had to turn to dodge all that hate.
Price's Sarugumo now stepping onto A, going to try and wrest control of that cap away from ELSR, who's used it to work out to about 130-point lead here with 6 minutes gone. The C cap going nowhere as they've now moved Ayase's Kleber into B. ELSR realizing there's nothing there to stop them. So just like we saw them do earlier, they're going to lose control of A and gain control of B.
And you can see they've rotated that Azumi's Moskva onto the seaside of that island so that he can be useful for helping maintain C. Sky Cancer now lit on radar.
Yep. Minnow radar picking him up, driving him off the cap. Triarch now lit on the surface. I think he got caught firing his guns. So he's going to take some more punishment.
Oh, yeah.
Down to about half HP as he finally goes dark. $1.99 dumping out the conga line torpedoes for where they expect to see Sky Cancer try to contest C. I almost feel like, Zath, he would have been better served. He launched them all in one big wave. I feel like he might have been better served to launch a couple and then put a gap. And then a couple and then put in a gap, right? To just sort of, if you stagger them enough, maybe you kind of drive them off. And he's getting blind resets now on Sky Cancer.
Yeah, I was looking at that too, and I find that interesting. So I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to encourage Sky Cancer to back up, right? Because there's only, yep, see, there it is. There's only one way to keep getting the cap.
It is working. Sky Cancer either maybe sensing those torpedoes. Now he can probably see them now for sure.
And now he's like, yeah, okay, never mind.
Now he's like, okay, yeah, let's move ahead just a little bit. Is now $1.99 fishing in that smoke. But I think they're going to get this cap, Zath.
$1.99 just gets smacked.
Yep, he's having to pull way back off now.
Yeah,
Inori's Minotaur taking a very aggressive position down the 10 line without smoke. Just over there doing his thing.
That's the Minotaur way.
Yes, it is. All right, so there we go. ELSR grabs B and manages to snag and steal C away, realizing that their route back into A is too difficult with the Moskva in this position.
Yeah, I like the aggression there. They know that $1.99 is low. The problem is 8952's Burgon was going right behind an island at that moment, so a little bit of mistiming there I think allows $1.99 to retreat into safety.
Well, Resin reforming and wheeling here towards the middle, looking like they're going to try and make their own play for the B cap. Big boys Woosta, Phrysis Rugamo in here.
This feels oddly familiar, Raptor.
Doesn't it? Yeah. Getting a lot of pain downrange on Apex's Vermont, but I mean, he's still pretty healthy back there, just now ticking through his first heal, so he'll be able to weather that for quite a while. ELSR growing their lead, 140 points and ticking up here.
Well, and take a look at the one line. Mad Dog caught out on Minotaur radar. Quincy joining in on the fun with his reload booster going.
If they can kill Mad Dog, Zath, I have a feeling that they're in a really good position to take Quincy and rush Elgar and get him off the board.
And of course, the Mad Dog's Vamp Deuce, it's got the crawling smoke, so it's got that fun little gimmick, but it pays for that in a sense. It does not have a heal.
No heal. Mad Dog, is he even going to survive this radar? I don't think he's going to survive this radar, Zath. This Minotaur radar is so long.
It's going to be
so
close.
long. Nope, he's not going to survive it. And so
huge kill for ELSR.
Huge kill for ELSR. Pushes their lead out even further. And I think more critically, it leaves Elgar a little vulnerable should they decide they need to make a play there. Now, right now, there's no need, right? They have a huge lead. Their lead is growing. But maybe they, long term, the possibility exists.
Yeah, that's true. On the other side of the map, Inori is now radared with the Minotaur. Remember, he kind of did a diving push to try to keep $1.99 lit.
Yep.
And now there's all kinds of hate coming in for him.
Most of it sort of trickling in, though.
Yep.
No really, really big catastrophic salvos from the Ohio. We saw the Ohio shells going in a moment ago from Wolfman, but
Yep.
None of them really landing significantly.
I'm looking at $1.99. Eagle Lance popping the smoke, trying to get in front of $1.99. That's not working, and Inori just pops his radar anyways.
Ohio's bow turrets go in. Again, not for really anything, is now Frice finally into B. Almost exactly a 300-point lead for ELSR here as we're over the halfway mark of the game. Frice gonna grab B and be able to see if they can defend it now as Triarch steps into C. That's gonna bring Sky Cancer back, I'm betting. ELSR can't afford to let them control all of these caps. Situation at A is starting to has definitely shifted against RESIN with the loss of the Vampire Deuce on the one line. Elgar has backed way off.
I like that play for Elgar.
I do too. It gives him the basically I won't say it removes the Kleber torpedo rush, but it makes it much more difficult to execute.
Look at the Wooster. That's Big Boy 69. Look at the Haragumo. Both heading back to receive. They're going to trap these guys north of this island. They're going to just farm them out.
You think so? Certainly a possibility. Marceau of Triarch not able to convert the C cap, so the lead continues to shrink. RESIN with a cap advantage for the moment here. Still plenty of time on the clock.
Speaking of farming out, take a look at Peyton under 20k, burning still for another 30 seconds.
They've been doing a brilliant job of just pushing him, pushing as he gets to his third heal there. I think they've been firing. Oh, there's another fire, Zath.
Yep.
The heals basically, the double fires hold him steady. His heal's going to expire right as his DCP. Oh, no. Okay, the middle fire burns out.
Yeah. Still.
Here comes the radar from Big Boy. They get a look at Quincy on the top of the cap. Frice's Rugamo gets some shells downrange.
Nice hits.
Very
Ayase
nice
now
hits.
in there too. Take a look at that radar circle. It just perfectly covers the entirety of the A cap.
Indeed.
That's why that's a strong position there.
And they haven't even used they lose Triarch.
Oh yeah.
I said they haven't even used the Moskva radar yet, so they're in a good position to defend A. Go ahead.
Sky Cancer's about to go down too. He's detected. He's being shot at by Minotaur.
That's a big kill. RESIN needs this kill. They just lost their Marceau. They need to answer and pick up this other one. Sky Cancer's pulling the handbrake. Shell's not coming.
Ooh.
A couple of them land right
as
as he goes
Ohio
dark.
shell.
He took an Ohio full pin right as he went dark on 620 health.
Ay. At that point, just go into B and run away.
Yeah. Well, if he goes into B, he risks drawing Frice's attention, and a single shell is all it'll take.
Minotaur Torp claims the Moskva.
Ooh, that's a huge kill. Elgar did such a good job of protecting his ship, preserving the HP, and now with his radar off the board, I don't think they can defend the A-cap again.
Nope. Peyton's already leaving. Price is already leaving.
Yep. 300 still plus lead for ELSR here in game one. We're 3 minutes from a victory.
Triple Venn diagram going up at sea. Eagle Lance caught in 2 of those.
Eagle Lance is caught by 2 different radars here at sea.
But nobody can shoot him.
Inori has no shots. Neither does the... Wow. Wow, he's caught in 2 radars and no one can shoot him, Zath.
Right.
That's amazing.
I don't think we've ever seen that before.
The perfectly triangulated position as Inori takes at least 1 Citadel there from the Ohio.
More shells coming in.
Finally, Inori gets some shells downrange on Eagle Lance, but it's going to come way, way too late, and they're going to miss anyway. There's the A-cap starting to convert. Even more pressure now on RESIN here in game one. They're farming out the Wusta.
Oh, Frice is stopping right in front of torpedoes. He's actually backing up. This is probably going to do it.
Yeah, he's going to take one of these, and that's...
Block goes down.
Oh, my goodness!
Oh,
wow.
Brown alert.
Okay, so we had 2 kills there.
3.
2 more kills there. Wow.
Everybody dies.
Dying everywhere now all of a sudden. Okay, each Ohio got a kill. They killed the Minotaur.
On the border.
Which Minotaur?
The one that was on the border.
Okay,
that
they
was
killed Inori.
Yep.
They killed an Ori.
The Moskva in the monster
They
spot
burned out
right
the
by Sky
Worcester.
Cancer.
Fryce managed to live because the torpedoes ran out next to his hull.
Yeah.
As now the Harugumo of Eagle Lance is kind of the sole survivor over here. He's going to be able to grab C. So all of these ELSR ships at A now trying to get back into the fight. The Bergonia, 8952, should be able to step on B here in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see how RESIN wins this game now, Zaf. I just don't.
I don't see it either.
The enemy is about to win.
It felt like RESIN had, torpedoes. Minotaur taking some torpedoes over here. Okura. Fryce a little bit of revenge from Fryce there. It felt like RESIN had done a really good job of sneaking the A cap away, and then they rotated guys back toward mid, and then the ELSR responded back to A again. Really, really well executed. They can finally get some shells on the Bergonia, but it's too late to get the reset. The B cap converts.
30 seconds to go.
30 seconds on the game timer. I mean, they can pick up some more damage, Zath, but they'd have to root that Bergonia out of the cap and convert it. It's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
All over but the crying as the time ticks away here in game 1.
I don't think I'm going to get a death pick.
I don't think so. I mean, they might get Peyton, right? Bergonia shell's going in right now. Nope.
Nope.
Nope. All right, ELSR with a solid win here in game 1, looking strong, making their bid to get back into the grand finals.
Yeah. Very interesting play there. I gotta say I liked what RESIN was doing early on, but just a couple of key moments completely flipped things.
Absolutely. And I loved watching each team react. Moves and counter moves, Zath. Tons of fun to watch them reposition ships around the board. And I think in the end, as it has so many times in the past, the speed of those French destroyers simply gives ELSR more flexibility to reposition.
Right.
All right, well, let's throw it back to the studio, guys. I'm
Let's
sure
do it.
Boggsy and Geish, you have some things to say. We'll see you guys for game 2 shortly. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Warshippers of all ages. It's game 2 here of the losers bracket finals here in North America. King of the Sea 16, spawning in the green on the north side of Warriors Path. Let's take a look at the ELSR lineup. Fielding 4 destroyers, headed over here towards the ELSR right flank, the western half of the map. We have Sky Cancer's Harugumo, avoiding the smoke this time, going for, well, a little bit of smoke in the mods, but not running the unique upgrade, going mostly for range.
Right.
Right in front of him, Inori's Minotaur, who is a Manitar with the radar module there. Headed towards mid, we've got Ayase's Gdansk. Dazzle Zap, a little bit of razzle dazzle to go with the gun reload on that particular destroyer. Quincy's Kleber also packing Dazzle, Adrenaline Rush, and all the gun reload goodies. Zooming over towards C. Right behind him, Professor Luger's Yu Yang, packing radar, as well as Swift and Silence, or Brisk, or whatever they call that skill these days.
Swift and
Silence.
Silence.
Some gun, there you go, and some gun reload. Akura's Salem, right behind them. Reload and RPF. Backing all of that up on this flank is 8952's Ohio, with the same build we saw him running in the previous game. Rounding things out on the other flank, we have Izumi's Moskva, unique upgrade and top grade gunner, turning to cover his radar in the middle of the board, and Apex's Vermont in an identical build that we saw earlier. RESIN, Zath opting for maybe giving ELSR a little of their own medicine. Talk to me about their lineup.
Yeah, I was actually just about ready to say they're stealing a page out of, I think, a chapter out of ELSR's playbook here, as they are going hard to the A cap. Triarcha's already in there in a Kleber, followed by Eagle Lance and another Kleber. Now, both of them have slightly different builds, but they both have the special captain with the extra survivability expert perk. Fryce behind the 420 Blaze at Harugumo. Big Boy 69 in his radar Minotaur. Peyton the Rockhider decided he's done with Moskva. He's taking out the Montana in a survivability and snipish build, I suppose. Wolfman is in another Montana in a sniper build with the DCP upgrade. And worthy of note, Raptor, they are 1 grid square apart, and that is it.
Interesting to see Resin deploy their battleships so heavy to the A flank on this map. I'd be curious to see what their plan is there.
So Mad Dog is in the Daring. He's backing into the B cab after already luck checking some torpedoes towards the Moskva and whatever destroyers up above. Elgar the Smoke Hider is in the Moskva south of the B cap area, and $1.99 for Guac drew the short straw and is the one and only one who has to defend on this entire flank. I think
Zath, go ahead.
I think what ELSR is doing here, they are going to just brick smash through A. Well,
I gotta
maybe
say,
not.
Zath, if they're gonna leave $1.99 alone on this flank, I think he needs to start charging $2.99. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Nobody wants his guac, so actually, wouldn't he want to charge less?
I don't know, man, but I'm just telling you, it just feels bad to be left all alone like that. Just the whole team runs off and abandons you. It's like, how did I draw this duty? It's terrible. Well,
yeah.
Both teams grabbing a cap nearly at the exact same instant on opposite ends of the board means the points are only 3 points apart here. We kind of, 4 or 5 minutes into the game. Still early games. The Resin Kleber duo making revolutions here. Looks like they're going to back up the B cap. I'm betting that they're going to time this so that Mad Dog sort of reverses on right about the time that these Klebers are there to back him up in case there are any destroyers around that they can maul.
So they also moving Peyton. It makes me feel like they brought all of their battleships, everything together to spot one ship, and then just nuke it to the ground. But they didn't spot anybody, so now they're just moving the squad to the next cap.
Haven't spotted anybody yet. Mad Dog onto the cap. That'll draw out the radar from someone. There's Ayase's radar, the Gdansk. And now Eagle, Lance, and Triarch make themselves known.
Yep.
This is exactly the engagement that they wanted. They're going to be calling for the Moskva radar from Elgar. There it is.
Yep. Montana shells coming in.
So they've laid a little bit of a trap here for Ayase, but it doesn't look like they're going to get the kill. They might get some good damage on him, though.
No, Ayase was quick to start running away. But was not willing to start reversing. That's the key difference.
More importantly, it's going to free up Mad Dog to step back onto B. They should be able to grab that cap and start ticking up a points lead. Absolutely,
it's theirs.
So, again, they laid a little bit of... Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Izumi is now here. Is Ayase going to fire? He is. That's bold. I guess as long as he stays behind the smoke, he's okay.
Good reset. More
Ohio
resets.
shells coming in, yeah.
More resets.
Yeah. Yep. Mad Dog's going to have to bail long enough for this radar to get off. Yeah, and there's Ayase lit again because he's now out from behind the smoke. So definitely a risk there as he does take some more damage.
I like that continued focus on the daring there on Mad Dog. That was really cool to see. All right, now Napoli detected. ELSR not seeing anything else probably figures, okay, well, where's the rest of Team Resin? They saw a bunch to the south of B. I don't know if they haven't seen Big Boy 69 yet. Frice is detected now on Inori's radar.
Oh, check out Luger. Oh, wow, that was close. Luger almost wandering into a Napoli torpedo way over here on the 10 line. Managed to dodge it.
One of the reasons I was mentioning the Napoli being a stronger kiting cruiser, the torpedoes reach longer range.
Longer range, and because they're so slow, they're a little stealthy and a little more difficult to pick up sometimes. You can land some surprising hits with those. Now, you have to think, Zath, I have to think that the Resin Kleber pack is gonna go Luger hunting. I mean, look how far Luger is from his team and from help.
Well, that's a good point, and you can see the Klebers already just heading exactly there, right?
They're speed boosting over. I'm sure. Does the Napoli have RPF?
Yes.
He probably has to in this role. He does.
Yes.
So he knows. Then they know exactly where to be looking. Luger, I think, maybe smelling something being a little amiss. Turning around to the north, maybe trying to fall back a little closer to his teammates.
Luger has radio location, so it's about to change. will change in about 30 seconds or so as these
Yeah,
Klebears get closer.
He's definitely going to get a little bit of advance warning that he's about to get ambushed.
Yeah, I like the sensing there of turning around. I think what did it was when $99 turned around in the Napoli.
You think that was a sign of a warning sign of things to come, huh?
Yeah, I think that kind of telegraphed the move.
It's possible. It's also possible that the caller, the captain, the team captain looked at the map and went, "Hey, man, there's no need for you to be that deep. There's no need for it. Why don't you pull back?"
Now, Luger is in a gun build, but he's got Swift and Silence, so he specs into gun reload, but then Swift and Silence reduces his gun reload, Raptor.
Yeah.
So that's why
Yeah.
usually you see Yang's rocking torpedo build instead.
Luger now knows he's being hunted. He can spot both Klebears on the surface.
Mm-hmm.
And now his team, that's Okura's Salem, starts to come in and put shells on Triarch.
Yep. Luger also using engine boost to try to speedy out of there.
He's trying to stay ahead of these guys. He wants to stay away from them, as their Klebear that had been on that flank, that's Quincy, going to be ducking and diving into the B cap very soon, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we haven't looked at the A cap in a while, Dath, but have a look at Inori's position. The sneaking the Minotaur down by this island on the northeastern corner of the cap. Although
used to be in the cap.
Turning out now, just came down here for the torpedoes or something. Odd.
Well, going into the cap also signifies something, right? And look at that smoke. If you think there's a radar cruiser in that cap, you don't want to go in that cap.
Luger now caught on the surface. Triarch and Eagle trying to put him out of the game. Doing really good work.
Yeah, he's so low right now already.
He's very low. He's going to run for the map border, but he's going to die just as soon as he gets there. So the Klebear Wolf Pack lands a kill as now ELSR steps onto both caps. Quincy onto B, the Minotaur onto A.
And you know.
Big hits on the Minotaur. They're going to push him off that cap.
Boom.
That's one of the reasons they kept Wolfman's Montana over here.
So
are they going to retain control of B? They are. They're going to push Quincy off as well.
Inori started moving towards the A cap because the smoke around the island south of A was starting to dissipate. So he probably figured, okay, well, that smoke train is going to move. And they did, but not the way I think he thought it would. And you can see the result.
They set things up, almost a bit of a trap here for Mad Dog in mid. Moskva radar still has 10 full seconds to run as he's falling under fire from both the Gdansk and the Klebear and the Moskva. His heel's on cooldown, his DCP's on cooldown. He's burning as he runs south.
Under 2K.
A few more shells. All it would take to put him out of the game. He is dark at last.
Oh, that doesn't matter.
Oh, I don't think it's not going to matter. He's going to burn out.
Burn out.
They land just enough shells for the fire to do its job. And now Inori back onto A again. Quincy, I'm sure, will be back onto B again in a moment.
Oh, yeah. There he is. But hey, Resin got the C cap now. 9
minutes to play. Plenty of time on the clock. It's about 170-ish point lead for Resin, as the Klebear Wolfpack now has to try and figure out what their next move is. Trying to get resets on... Well, no, I thought they were trying to get resets on Quincy, but they can't. Nobody has shots except maybe the Montana. It's too late.
I'm kind of surprised that they didn't try to just go YOLO the Salem.
Montana speaks. Minotaur dies at A. That's a huge kill. That's going to allow them to retain control of it, but Freiss is going to take maybe some torpedoes here. One.
Yes.
One amidships.
It's a Minotaur torp.
As the Vermont is pushing into the A cap now, Zat, they're just going to shove the brick in.
I mean, sure, why not? When you're up to at 900 points to 600, you know, you can afford to just tell your brick to go sit there and just try to live a little.
At the moment, Resin on track to win the game in a little less than 2 minutes on just the C cap, presuming they keep everybody alive and on the board. Yep, the ELSR basically going full send now. The Vermont sitting on A, getting reset. 8952 is Ohio pushing through the B cap. They're trying to buy themselves enough time to get up here and maybe smash something in the face and pick up some kills. As now the Kleber Wolfpack stumbles across Ayase's Gdansk.
Yes, just barely enough room for him to go dark. Quincy now getting in on this.
All kinds of torpedoes going back into that gap for Ayase just in case he wants to make the run to the sea cap.
Yeah.
Trying to prevent, just trying to buy time, under 60 seconds now. As Okura's Salem is also headed that way, trying to get onto C.
Sky Cancer takes over capping A.
Okay. I think Resin's going to lose control of all the caps around, and they're going to have about 9, they're going to be right here. Yeah, it's going to have about 970 points, and there it is. But there's still a single kill can end this game. So now if you're Resin, you're looking for a place that if you can pick up a kill without losing a ship, that is the goal.
Uh-huh. And they're heading for A, or for C, I mean.
Mosfa AP going in on Okura. They can see him as his AP going in on $1.99. They're getting resets on Okura, but right now Okura's main role is to make sure that he's there blocking the cap.
Yep.
Eagle Lance's AP now going in on the broadside of the Salem.
With reload boost, Triarch getting hit. Okura trying to heal through this. He knows how important it is for him to live.
He's got to live as long as he can. As soon as he leaves that cap, ELSR is seconds from a loss. He has to basically
give
his ship up. He basically, come back with your shield or on it. And, he's coming back on it.
He's coming back on his shield.
Resin wins game 2 with that kill.
Man, oh man.
That felt like a game from about 3 Kings of the Sea ago, with the Klebers just running all over the map doing Kleber things, Zaf.
Doing Kleber things is absolutely how I would describe that game. And I really liked seeing that strategy, in a sense, being shoved into ELSR's face. Because if I remember it, ELSR was one of the teams that debuted that strategy on King of the Sea.
I believe you are correct. Yes, sir.
Well, let's go ahead and send it back to the studio, shall we?
Absolutely.
All right, everybody. Welcome to Game 3 of ELSR and Resin. Losers bracket final, tied up, best of 5. Here we go. Gonna be a lot of fun on Sleeping Giant. Let's take a look at ELSR's build in green. On the North spawn, that would be Quincy in a Ragnar. Ayase in a Daring. Dazzle. Gotta love seeing Dazzle. Behind them, heading towards the Alpha Cap, is a San Martin. That's Okura. In, well, I guess what you would expect to see on a San Martin. Izumi in a unique upgrade Moskva. Behind him, Apex Captain Caesar in a sniper build Vermont. Heading towards the Sea Cap in the very front is the Sky Cancer with a unique upgrade Kleber and the Dazzle, just going all the way down that far right column and say, just give me all of that, and then we'll figure something else out. Interesting decision making there. Backed up by Professor Luger's 420 Blazeit, Hargamo, and Inoyuri's Des Moines with range. And then we have 8952's Burgon with Speedy, and, some tankiness at it. Radar tripped already. Sky Cancer in trouble. What's going on with Resin Raptor?
Yeah, Sky Cancer on to C. It's a question of whether or not they're going to have anybody else take shots at him. The Petro shots missed. 6 seconds. Vermont shells falling in. 3, 2.
Reset.
They got him. He bounced a Petro shell.
Yes.
And that got the reset.
Yes.
But the radar expires. He'll finish that cap up. All right, let's have a look.
They'll keep scouting. I'm surprised they're not still shooting, but okay.
I don't know. All right, let's have a look at the Resin forces deployed south of C. That's going to start off with Frice's Harugamo here in the now ubiquitous and well-loved smoke build. Behind him, Elgar's Des Moines, unique upgrade and top-grade gunner. Big Boy's Des Moines, an almost identical configuration. Very, very similar between those two ships. Wolfman's Vermont, in what we've been seeing from these guys, double artillery plotting and swift in silence, or brisk, excuse me. Headed towards, lurking towards mid, I should say, we've got Mad Dog's Daring, leaning into the guns, as we have been seeing. Eagle Lance's Ragnar. No Dazzle on this man. And then $1.99 for Guac's Petro, the radar we just saw trying to catch out the Kleber over at sea with range and top-grade gunner. Only 2 ships on the western flank for Resin. That's Peyton's Montana here, and a very standard double American plotting room build. And then all the way over on the 10 line, playing the role of, what was that guy's name? No, we've seen the San Martin do this before. Today that role will be played by Triarch down here on the 2 line.
Yep. Now, all that's been going on, we're talking about playing a role. Price is currently playing the I'm going to die role.
Oh,
He's
my
already at
goodness.
11-9. And don't forget, guys, banned ships, Marseille, and this time Stalingrad changed.
Yep, this is the one map that
ELSR.
Resin did not ban Des Moines. Thank you. They did not. No, Resin did. Thank you. ELSR did not ban Des Moines as they lose Frice right away over here on the 10 line.
Big kill for ELSR.
Big kill.
But at least Resin is going to probably be able to walk into the B cap.
I mean, they are just because ELSR is going to let him have it. I mean, Quincy's here. His radar's offline. Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, we've seen Quincy play in this spot before in a Ragnar.
Wow, what happened to Elgar? Holy crap.
I see.
Did he get Vermonted? I think he did,
I think
Zaf.
he got Vermonted.
I think Apex hit him in smoke. I think that's exactly what happened. Wow.
I don't know if you've been noticing, but it seems like when you're zoomed out especially, a lot of the shells are not rendering anymore.
Well, when I looked a minute ago, he had a bunch of health. And then when I looked back, he had 3K. I went, whoa, what the hell happened there?
That's what I mean. Like, a lot of times if I see a large salvo coming in from long range, I'll try to track it.
Right.
Didn't see anything this time around.
Yep. Well, with Elgar badly wounded
Severely
and
mauled.
their smoke, yeah, and their smoke gone, looks like they're gonna pull these Des Moines off this flank.
Elgar is currently stuck in Big Boy 69's rear. Actually slows him down.
Elgar is spotted.
Yes, he is spotted.
How is he lit? Is he lit on the surface by the Kleber?
I think so.
He is.
Sky Cancer with the unique upgrade.
Yep. Well, it's more that Des Moines surface detection is 10.9,
well, yeah,
and he's just inside that number. They're gonna lose Elgar right here. He's never gonna get to his next heal.
Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it.
20 seconds. A single shell of almost any type will take care of it. Here comes Burgonia. Wow.
No.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? You're kidding me. He's not dark.
Hello? Like, look, Sky Cancer's like, all right, this is enough.
Fine.
I'm doing
I'll do
this.
it myself.
Bye.
Sky Cancer's like, fine, you losers can't handle it, I'll take care of it. Well, but here's the thing. If they had let him live 3 more seconds, he gets to another heal.
Yes, right.
And at that point, it becomes more challenging. So I think even though you're going to give up health off of Sky Cancer, I think it was the right move.
Absolutely the right choice, and just fun to watch. So,
That's very much a, if you don't help me now, I do it myself kind of thing.
that's right. Meanwhile, Peyton is going to go into the A cap with his Montana. This is something we haven't seen either Resin or any team for that matter taking the San Martin and using it as a pusher. But I think that's the result of losing 2 ships over on the C cap. Like,
yeah, you almost start to get the sense that maybe Resin's like, well, clean it up, fellas. Let's get to the next game.
Press W. Let's see what happens.
Am I wrong to think that's what's happening here?
No, I don't think so at all. Hey, it's a best of 5, right? So
Yeah, I mean, well, look, I mean, that's the thing. It's a best of 5. Sometimes you're going to have a game where either you get outplayed, you get outguessed, or crap just goes wrong. And it looks like everything is going wrong for Resin in this game, and it feels like maybe they're just kind of throwing in the towel here.
Yep. Okura manages to farm Peyton enough to charge up that fancy, button. He uses it. Now he's got his heal again. There's the heal. Yay! That's the second or third time we've seen San Martin used effectively.
I was sort of waiting for that Vermont salvo to see if he could punch it through the Montana's armor, but it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Peyton's going to go out shortly. That's going to give ELSR a 3-ship lead here in Game 3. I mean, Triarch's got torpedoes going in on the Vermont, but it's not going to be enough. I think Payne's going to try for the ram. He is. He's going to get it, too. I don't think they're going to kill it. Oh, he's not. The Vermont gun's reloaded just in time. Just in time.
Right. It's amazing. If you look at that Vermont just right, it reflects completely in the sun. Just completely blinds you.
What do you mean, reflects?
Like if you get into the right angle, the sunlight just bounces right off of the gold plating on the Vermont's deck.
Is this? Oh, this is the gold.
Yes.
Gold ranked camo he's wearing.
Mm-hmm.
I see it now. Okay.
I went right over and saw a glint. I'm like, what the heck is that? Oh.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Well, Captain Caesar now being farmed for the funny button. Triarch there. Probably charging up his funny button. Yep, he pushes it. Now he's got 20 seconds until he can heal. Yay.
See if the Vermont can take Triarch with him. Doesn't look like it yet. Caesar's going to go out here. So both teams going to trade battleships over here on the 2 line. 9 minutes into the game. That feels odd. As Quincy's Ragnar now on to B.
Mm-hmm.
Radaring no, he was not. Was he radaring Mad Dog? No, the Moskva radars got Mad Dog. Excuse me.
Yeah, Izumi. But they are resetting Quincy.
Yeah.
As Resin has basically said, you know what? We never wanted C anyway. Fine. Just
fine.
Leaving.
Forget it. You can have it. It's worthless.
Don't even like C.
Exactly. ELSR now, I mean, okay, obviously not onto A, obviously not onto C. They're making an effort to defend B, but they're not going to be able to do it. When those 2 caps convert, ELSR is going to be up near 700 points, and this game is going to be over very, very shortly thereafter. Probably on something on the order of about 2 minutes. Let's see what the timer says.
4. Nope, 240.
240,
yeah.
2.5, right? So whether Peyton's move was intentional or not, it certainly accelerated the result of this game.
Mm-hmm. Triarch's got torpedoes coming in on him. There's Ayase caught out on the radar. Good thing San Martin has AP shells.
Oh, yeah. Mad Dog will be able to get on this action in a minute. Trying to get his stern turrets in here.
Well, I
no,
think...
he's leaving. He's not. He's holding his fire because Akura's there.
Correct.
He's leaving torpedoes for where Akura... He thinks Akura is going to be. As Akura puts his hydro up. Big AP salvo
Petro
from the
salvo.
Petro. Yeah, Petro salvo going in over there. But nothing.
Nope. Don't worry, there's more.
Surviving Des Moines, that's Big Boy from the debacle. Survivor of the debacle on the 10 line, now rotates in towards mid, now back on the 6 line, bow into the B cap. Torpedoes going in on the San Martin, but of course his hydro is up.
So he takes
Still
one
takes
anyway.
One. Triarch now pushing him from the rear.
I like this.
I do too, actually. You start forcing him to make difficult decisions. Sometimes I think, you know, in a situation like this, you want to force your opponent to make difficult decisions to see if you can force them into a mistake.
Yep. All right, so we've got the heal ticking. I'm pretty sure Funny Button is charged up, but he doesn't want to push it just yet. He wants to wait till the heal is done to maximize. That's 5 seconds.
Yep.
That'll also help with his DCP coming back. Okay.
Yep.
There's the
heal
button.
Comes back in 25 seconds. They grab
Eagle
Eagle
Lance,
Lance's
yep.
Ragnar. There's now 29 seconds in the game. They wipe out the San Martin, and that is the game.
There you go.
Well, actually, time extension? Okura? No.
Oh.
Just a hair too slow. Just a hair too slow.
Yep. Let's get
Well,
a death
Zaf,
pick with both dying San Martins.
ELSR up a game now in this series. Everything going wrong for Resin in that game. And, you know, we've seen that happen before to a variety of teams. And they're going to have to just get back to the quote-unquote locker room, flush this one, and get on to game 4.
Yeah, roll the D6, difficulty 2, and you scored 1s. I mean, it's just, everything just blows up in their face.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, even in the best laid plans, sometimes it just doesn't go your way, and everything goes wrong for you.
That's right.
Well, a solid win from ELSR. Resin's got to go back and try to get back off the deck and play game 4. We'll see you guys back here for that shortly.
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's try again. Game 4, take 2 here in this best of 5 series between RESIN and ELSR at the end of the losers bracket here in King of the Sea 16 North America. RESIN with their backs to the wall, dropping game 3, looking for a win here in game 4. Let's take a look at their lineup. Going for 4 destroyers here. Mad Dog's Daring headed towards C right now. Fairly standard gun build. We were starting to catch a glimpse of this Wolfpack Zap, double Kleber. That's Triarch and Fryce paired up with Eagle Lance's Gdansk and his radar. You have to believe that they're out here hoping to assassinate whichever destroyer, whichever one of these French destroyers ELSR sends to D by themselves first. And it looks like Ayase has been chosen for that duty. Behind them, Elgar's Salem, range and top grade gunner. And then Wolfman's Vermont on this flank, running the same build we've been seeing up to this point. Swinging back through mid, Big Boy's Moskvik. It looks like he's going to set up shop north of the C cap here. Unique upgrade, top grade gunner.
Yep.
And then headed over here towards the A cap, we have $1.99 for Guac's San Martin. Outnumbered, a good skill for a ship in this position. And reload, and then of course we have Peyton's Vermont with a fairly typical build. What's the ELSR got cooking?
So ELSR, on the opposite end of the map, they've got Ayase in that same unique upgrade Kleber. He was making his way over to the decap. Now, he's got radiolocation, so I wouldn't be surprised if he knows at least one Kleber is coming his way at this point, because it's pointing straight up.
And his torpedoes are looking really, really good. I think Triarch's going to be able to stay ahead of them. No, they don't have the legs. That's fine.
Behind them is Izumi in a Petropavlovsk with reload, and then a Montana. I see the shells coming in.
Somebody hit Eagle Lance there.
Gdansk, yes. That's a Minotaur radar. So Caesar's got a sniper build. Okuro's Minotaur. Usual stuff you'd find in a Minotaur build. Professor Lugar in Gdansk. 8952's Burgon. South of their home cap. It looks like ELSR is setting to do a push up the 1-2 line. We got another Minotaur, another 420 Blaze It. Hargamo shooting at Mad Dog right now. Quincy and Kleber leading this train, this pain train, heading north.
So Zach, this is going to be a very, very, very quick game. Both teams, I think, are going to have to be very careful. You know, we've talked about it in between games, but I'll say it here just to make sure everybody is aware that right now there is a bit of an oddity with Loop. For a 4-cap map, ordinarily you start with fewer points and the caps tick up a little slower than on a 3-cap map.
Correct.
On Loop, those settings are incorrect at the moment, and so this map, and you and I were looking at the stats earlier, this map plays faster than any other map in the pool at present. And starting off with a cap advantage here is going to allow RESIN to build up a big points lead that ELSR is going to have to chew through, and they are not wasting any time here as the push is already coming up the 2 line. We're not even 4 minutes into this game.
Now, Fryce and Triarch detected. That's the power of that unique upgrade for Ayase. Ayase could just turn south and whatever. If they want to chase, they can. The other thing that I was fixing to mention is because of the way the point gain works, teams traditionally only need 1 kill and some decent map control to win the map. So both teams going very hard into that let's score a kill early mentality with the Kleber, Wolfpack for ELSR, for RESIN, and for ELSR the push up the 1-2 line.
But look how quickly they're chewing through Peyton's health.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful to see. Unless you're Peyton.
I was saying, I'm sure Peyton would disagree with you, but I take your meaning.
Yep. And you can see Luger's ready to go in 10 seconds with another smoke, and that San Martin they know is outside of radar range because Quincy's keeping him busy. And so is the Burgon.
Well, RESIN trying to react here. They info radar from Okura going up. They know where the Daring and the Moskva are. They don't see Eagle Lance's Gdansk.
Nope.
But the question is Peyton going to be the first casualty of the game? And I'd say it's pretty likely. He does get to his next heal right there. But I just cannot imagine a world where he's able to sustain this for much longer.
Yep. Now that little fur ball gets themselves detected as they go from one to the next. But no, who cares? They got the kill they needed. Like my brother said, 1 kill is all they really want to get. There's the kill. Now they just have to make sure nobody else dies. Let's go get some caps and we win. Jeez, moving on.
In 5 minutes, ELSR wipes out a resin battleship all by themselves as they snag the A cap. Resin's and they catch Eagle Lance on radar. Zath, he's dead.
Yep. That ball is just, yeah.
That smoke is death. It's just death right now.
Yeah, feels like ELSR is, using that no U card from Uno, right?
Yeah.
Turning the tables on Resin's whole idea of get that easy, quick kill.
Yep. Resin pushed 3 destroyers, a bit of a wolf pack over here to the D side, expecting, let's say, to pick up a cap or pick up a kill. Weren't able to do it because the Kleber on this flank was not was unique upgrade Kleber, so he outspotted the wolf pack that was hunting him and was able to avoid it. And
yeah, I love that. That was really cool to see.
And they do. The Bergonia takes care of it.
Down 3 ships. And this is a best of 5, so if ELSR wins, that's it. They're going to the grand finals.
Yep. If ELSR holds on to win this game, and right now I have a hard time envisioning a world where they don't, it's going to be an ELSR and Bonk's grand final, but we're not there yet.
Nope.
Still time on the clock. I'll have to see what Resin tries to do here. One of the disadvantages of the double Vermont battleship lineup, Zath, is that, we talked about it in a previous game. Once you send a Vermont where it is, that's pretty much where it's going.
Yes.
And we're seeing that here from Resin, right? Wolfman is at D. He might be able to go for, steam through the whole game and might get back to mid. Of course, Peyton, unable to escape the pain that was falling on him, partly because he just doesn't have the speed to do so.
Yep. All the shells in the world come in Okura. He's dead. So that's going to help. That's going to give him a little bit of a time extension.
Yep, absolutely. Still a lead for ELSR, but only about 30, 40 points here. Because Resin ticked up 3 caps for a little while. They were able to build enough of a points lead.
Oof.
Technically, they're still in the game.
Big Boy 69 just gets slapped by Apex's Montana.
Bergonia shell's coming in on Big Boy.
Yep.
He's not maneuvering. He is now. Feels a little late, but kind of lucks out with that salvo.
He's maneuvering to point his bow towards the other battleship that was shooting him earlier, which is that Montana that's directly in front of him.
The bigger problem, Zath, is that he's stopping directly in front of these Kleber torpedoes that I'm sure he's spotted them by now. He's going to take at least 2.
Yeah, below 10K, and his heal has just been used, so he's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead, Jim.
Big Boy will be out here in just a couple of shells, and there he goes. Just like that, this 3-ship lead returns for ELSR. They're now pushing back through Luger and Skycancer through what would have been the Resin spawn area back here along the sea line north of the sea cap.
Very nice torpedoes about to hit Captain Caesar's Montana. Good damage. Forces out the DCP and the heal.
They're going to need a little more than that, though.
Oh, don't worry. Mad Dog is reloading. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left for ELSR until they win if no other ships die.
I mean, if you're ELSR, all you really have to do is just chill, right? They're if you get the sense, like if you look at the map, they're kind of like tightening the noose around these guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Vermont is on the 10 line. You can almost ignore him. You really don't have to worry about the Kleber, the 2 Klebers, the Daring and the Salem, and of course they're going to catch Triarch out and probably kill him right here.
Yeah, he's trying to do something to Professor Luger. He might actually get the trade.
He does not.
He does not.
Unless one of his teammates cleans it up.
No, Luger's going the other direction.
They don't quite make it. As now one of the Klebers, that's Ayase, steps onto C, and it's pretty well all over now.
Yep, Fry's trying to win a gunfight with a Haragumo.
I mean, not in this instance. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
The enemy is about to win.
Well, Zath, we knew Loop was going to play quickly, but I don't think even we had any idea it was going to play quite this quickly.
I mean, the negotiations were short.
There were no negotiations. There was simply murder and blood.
There
and
goes
death.
Price. There goes Elgar.
That's the game.
That is indeed the game. GG.
ELSR survives the losers bracket, Zath, and they're going to get a rematch against Bonks, who sent them there.
Yes, cue the boss music. That's going to be
Indeed.
awesome.
Won't this be entertaining, ladies and gentlemen? All right, let's send it back to the studio, and we'll see you guys here for the grand finals.